Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Happy to see you everyone in the live. We are live on the webinar, which called How to Make Your Visitor Sites Enjoy the Experience, where we will talk about what is the biggest enemies while we're optimizing your checkout process. And I'm really happy to see you everyone on the live and those who watching the record. You will, you will miss some opportunities, but still, it's good to see you everyone. Um, Let's start with a small introduction because maybe somebody knows me louder, but let's give a small introduction who we are and why we can talk about this topic and why we have been why you should listen to us as I always tell you. Like my name is Gustavs and for the last 5 years I've been working in e-commerce and I have built already some seven figures e-commerce businesses. And after this experience, we built the biggest e-commerce community in Latvia and founded a full e-commerce service agency. So we daily are doing hundreds of thousands euro in the sales for the clients, and we are sharing all this experience to our community, which is Ecom Hub. So yeah, this gives a lot of knowledge about what's happening right now in e-commerce and how this works. And Laura, maybe you can give some give introduction about your about you.
Hello, everyone. Gustavs, nice to see you here, and it's a pleasure to talk with such experienced market guru, e-commerce, and I'm really waiting for this discussion. Myself, I'm also like enthusiast of e-commerce, customer experience expert, and at Shopify, I had several e-commerce stores, and I also advising on how to optimize e-commerce stores. Currently, a product manager in one of best logistics providers and improving products and customer experience.
Yeah, that's amazing. When you tell name the Shopify, I think wow, that's something huge for us because we are working on the Shopify. We have seen how this platform is growing, and that's really crazy. Um, I will try to get all the information out from the Laura today because she has a huge experience about how to make a fewer abundant cards and how to work with that process. And from data perspective, we will do that. So from that perspective, when it's a clear problem for the brand that they're losing too much cards or doing something what's not working right now, maybe you have some already knowledge and experience about those numbers.
Great question and great questions to start with. But before talking about numbers, we need to agree what is a conversion rate, right? So, in a very simple way, conversion rate is your e-commerce store visitors turned into customers. So, I have a question for you, Gustavs. If 19 visitors out of 20 are leaving your e-commerce shop empty-handed, how do you think? Is it good conversion rate or a bad conversion rate? What do you
If
say?
19 from 20 is leaving,
Yes,
yeah,
19 out of 20.
that's a good conversion rate.
Yes, and to say so, the only correct answer here is your best benchmark is yourself. You need to see what conversion rate was last month, and if last month you had 20 out of 20 who left your e-commerce store empty-handed, it means that today you are doing really great because you're at least profitable. And the goal of today's discussion, I think, will be to tell how to think, but not what to think. So to spot problems, to spot issues, what might cause this abandonment, and to check what could be done better.
Okay, great. Yeah, that I think it's always when you measure with yourself, that's something you learn really fast in e-commerce because when you all the time searching for some total numbers, the total things or something what is good for everyone, that's not something what we would like give a knowledge away. That you need to work with your own brand and work on that numbers every day. So that's a good point what you're giving out. That let's work with let's work with ourselves. I think that's something what in the personality is the same. Yeah, you need to work with yourself to be better every day. Maybe that's something. Do you see in the same from the personal world too?
Yes, yes, exactly. And in this e-commerce world, it's very important this customer experience and measurement of yourself, because if you're going to compare yourself with others, you're going to solve others' problems, but not your problem, not your own problems. So this is the point, and nothing will be the result, just stress. So.
Yeah, I know that. We had some idea with Laura that we could give this topic will be really interesting, and there will be a lot of things. So I would be happy to. 1 second, I see that there are some problems with my sound. It should be okay. Okay, interesting. We had idea with Laura to give away today some presents for the best answer for the best question what we had today. So feel free to put your questions in the chat, and we will answer to them in the end of the our session. So let's go. Maybe let's start with the first thing, which is buying process. Um, when we go when we choose the merchant which told me about delivery costs, this was my last experience when I was trying to buy something in online. Last time I bought for a phone some detail which I needed, and I choose it. My merchant into the product page. And I think we need to talk about full process of the buying and in which place of every page we need to make some upgrades. Maybe let's talk about the product page because that's a good place where I decided last time when I was buying. I decided everything on the product page because I saw that there is information about the deliveries, information about the times, about the costs. Maybe you can give more hints from your side what should be done in the product page. Maybe there are some exact things what you see is like important to put on the product page.
Yes, about product page, it's just one small part from all the customer journey. And all the customer journey on your e-commerce store matters, and it's very important. So here we need to talk about customer experience. And customer experience is every interaction your visitor has with your business. It's not just product page, it's how customer support helps, how goods are delivered to home. So here you need to pay most of your attention, because you can fail at every point, right? And the entire goal while having e-commerce store is to manage your visitors' expectation. And what you need to avoid in general, I'm talking about all the journey, that if you set expectations on one step, please don't just do so that they are not delivered at all, because what it makes unhappy customers because their expectations was not delivered. And what unhappy customer has, like, cortisol level is triggered. What is cortisol? You know what is unhappy chemical. Your visitor will be unhappy, we will feel pain, fear, and we will leave your e-commerce store. And it can happen at the very beginning. It can happen in your product page. So if you have a product page, make sure that what you said in product page, this will be the same delivered at the end of the journey, like at the shopping cart. And the main idea is, when you go closer to the money page, what means shopping cart or checkout page, the more potential impact can be. So if you did a great job at product page, it doesn't mean that you will be successful at checkout page or at shopping cart page.
Okay, just think about the cortisol and about giving the this uh, giving like making clients happy. I think that's something what e-commerce is a huge experience right now. They need to do this is the full focus because I see that there's many companies which is like we have the quality product, we have fast delivery or something like that, and they think that when this happen, customers are happy, and this is not as I think something what's is in happening in reality, because in reality happiness is when you overcome um, those things what you have been promised, I think. And what you told right now about if you give some promises into the product page, then do the same on the checkout page, and the closer you are to the buying process, the more curious you are. Okay, so product page should have exact promises about delivery times. Yeah, about what else should be there?
Here we should not forget to mention visitor about additional costs, what might be added on your shipping cart. So it means taxes, shipping costs, additional delivery, or I don't know, whatever it can be. But if you are going to have it, please note it. Like if you will follow the biggest e-commerce sites, you will notice that there are signs at the top, at the bottom, like they are saying, in the next stage, you will be shipping costs will be added or taxes will be counted. All these things, and it's. Even yesterday we had a talk with my neighbors and we said, I wanted to order something for my car. I added to the cart and the price was 15 euros, and I go through registration form, I go through checkout, I added PayPal information, and after that I noticed that delivery costs are 19 euros. So can you imagine the the feeling? And the result was he dropped off. Gustavs, are you with me?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just trying to fix my sound because I had some comments that I don't have a great sound, and try to fix it. So I made a small restart. I hope that's better right now.
I can hear you perfectly. I don't know what about audience.
I hope the same. Okay, let's continue, please.
Yes, so I think I just provided an example how easily you can lose a visitor if you are not providing clear expectations. But possibly we can go now directly to this shipping cart and checkout pages, because here is the tricks what make difference, and happy
I
or
think
unhappy visitors.
I think you made some exact thing about. I really wanted to point in that which you told, because that's really important. You need to tell what will happen on the next step. So when people see in the product page and they have decided, okay, I will buy it. Yeah, I need it. So they ask for them the question in the same page. What about the delivery costs? What about times? What about taxes? What about everything else? And you need to communicate that. Like, you don't need to tell in the product page that costs are this and this. You need to tell in the next step you will see cost to you deliver to your place, or you can choose the delivery time or something like that. And this is really important. I think what I want to outline, because you you already know what's happening in the buyer's mind in every step, and just go through that and play that through and see what's happening on every page. So thanks. This is great thing, I think. Okay, let's move forward. So product page, tell what will happen on the next steps. This is the most important. So there is not uh, from the big perspective, there shouldn't be exact things there, but there should be communicated that those things will happen on the next step or maybe in the
Gustav's. It was. Can I hear you?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, can you repeat the question because somehow internet just stuck on my and you just didn't hear what you said at the very beginning and
Okay. Okay, cool. So I was just outlining this part about telling on the next step what exactly will happen, because that's something you need to always outline. And the main thing is in the product page there is no ABC what should be done there, but there should be just communicated what will happen on the next days, next pages. Maybe you can maybe let's go to the next step of the buying process and see what should be communicated there or what should be added there.
exactly. So the next page, as you probably know, it's shipping cart, right? And here is some very important points what need to be reviewed. Again, as I mentioned in the beginning, I will not tell what exactly to do, but how to think and where to pay attention. So we already touched this topic about extra unexpected costs. And another thing, what is also making customers dropping off, like we made decision, we added to the cart, everything okay. Yes, we manage expectation. And they say, please create mandatory account. And this is something what I also usually just skipping because I don't want to create it. I want to make it as quick as possible. And one more thing, what is very important on this shipping cart page is call to action to check out. It's like a visual hierarchy question and so on. So if to go a bit deeper to these topics, just to mention why it is important to manage these unexpected extra costs, as it was done, I have some data in front of me that about 50% of visitors who saw unexpected cost in their shipping cart added extra on their product they are leaving. So can you imagine 50%? We did a lot of great job and 50% just made it drop off. Another thing, what make people drop off is this mandatory account, and about 33% are dropping off just because of that. And sometimes we have unclear call to action buttons because visitors just don't know what happens next, what need to do next, because you have a lot of different buttons, lot of different call to actions, and no understanding, just confusion, what I need to do next. So at this stage, you need to be very clear. And some tricks, tips and tricks how you could manage it. So first thing, you can work to escape these extra additional costs. So Gustav, I think, and you and audience know it's free shipping. It's no brainer. Like people love it because it's easy, it's free, and it's really motivates. But I understand that, and from my practice and from Yorgos's probably, sometimes e-commerce shops don't have possibility to offer a free shipping, right? It's because of product, because of location. So here a solution could be to provide different delivery options, because just imagine you have different visitors with different opinion, with different behavior, and one of them will want free shipping, another will be able to pay more to get it next day, or another visitor will be happy to receive in 7 days, and doesn't matter the speed. So make sure that you cover all the needs of every visitor. One more trick, what works very good today, a lot of people are looking for sustainable delivery options because it's not a trend, but the goal of our entire society, right? So it's our future. So make sure that you add not just home delivery option, but out of home delivery as well. So it means lockers and pickup points are very important so for your customer experience.
I think I would give some hint about free shipping. That's something we have worked, and I know that if you want to somehow get like people asking me how to put a free shipping because I need to pay for the shipping, how I can put the free shipping. But you can mix the free shipping with with this free no not free but fast deliveries, and then the fast deliveries they are maybe paid, and the free shipping is a little bit longer. I know from my experience that you can get a really good uh, um, a really good amount of the money from still having this free shipping option, but people is choosing to pay some few euros to get it faster, and it's really helpful me in getting to not pay for all this free shipping, because that's something I think it's like we had we have right now one client which hasn't this free shipping. We have changed it, and the conversion rate is going up, like hard going up, not like not like by some few numbers. About those sustainable delivery options, that's something interesting because from my side, when I always receive some packages, I always see this all this plastic and paper which is going away. And I think maybe you can tell from the delivery side, yeah, from Winnipeg side, how would be the best way to provide the sustainable delivery options.
So about sustainable delivery options as a logistic partner, what we can say and what we can offer. So we can offer out of home delivery service, right? So delivery to locker or pickup point. How it already adds a huge privilege and for you to show that you are part of a sustainable community and that you are following trends, because interesting number just yesterday I saw on Forbes research that 91% globally consumers are looking for sustainable solutions, and if brand does not have it and cannot afford it, 30% can leave a brand or a product. It looks like we are changing. It's a game changer, such services. But as a seller, as a business owner, you need to think also how you pack it. And I really think that this sustainability need to be from the beginning to the end. And if you are sending sustainably, but lots of plastic in it, so think about it, how the final experience will look like. Try to use the sustainable packing materials, and just avoid doing mistake in different places, because you need to be consistent from the beginning to the end. And of course, Venepack will help you the last mile delivery to do it on time and in perfect experience.
Okay, great. So, is there anything else we can talk in the shopping cart? Maybe you could add something else.
Yes, about shopping cart. Very quickly, I can mention a few things what I want you to pay attention at. So make sure that you have a guest account. Don't push visitors to create long profiles unless you have something to promise for them. Because if shop promise for me that this, if you will create account, you will get this or this, I will think, right? Because I need to feel the benefit of creating an account. And call to action button, test different call to action buttons. And if from the visual hierarchy perspective, you need to just think about two buttons in the shopping cart, at the top and at the bottom. But what it will be written here, it's I cannot tell you, or checkout, or go to checkout, or you go to payment. It depends. Just testing, A/B testing will answer to the question what works best. And in shopping cart is also important to tell what payment methods will be accepted and a checkout page. Because if you have just pay all and no other payment methods, I will be really unhappy because I did so. I went through all the journey and you are proposing me just pay all. Like it's again irritation, again cortisol level, and again drop off. So think about all these things in every stage. My proposal, and just after webinar, check how it looks on your side.
Yeah, that's great. And about making those accounts, I don't know why e-commerce brand still is doing that, because that's something maybe have been done in the checkout, not in the shopping cart, but in, still in the checkout. It's like we are going to the world where everything will happen with one click. So yeah, don't make too much clicks, because yeah, it's when they are buying something, that doesn't mean that they want to become make a profile. So I was remembering some time ago there was everyone was giving those discount cards. Like you buy something once, take please this discount card, buy €1 or something like that. So when you come back, you will get the discount. And I was like, I don't know when I will come back and if I will come back. So why I need to waste my time on making some cards or something like that.
Exactly, exactly. Unless you promise something what is useful for me as a for client. You are solving more my problem. For example, I will be able to manage my returns, or I will be able to get invoice if it is like something what I'm usually buying, or review orders. Think about how you can help your visitor if he will create this account.
Yeah, I
You
think
know,
this is, some
works.
kind of the discount would be great too, because then if I see my goal on the first buy, like I can get this 10% discount if I uh, leave my data for the marketing uses. That's a huge for the brand, because when right now the channel like ads channels is getting more expensive and more expensive, you need to receive more data. So getting the data and giving some small discount, it's a great way to start, I think. Yeah,
Exactly.
good. So shopping cart is done. Shopping cart is done. I think the free shipping, provide multiple shipping options, um, provide sustainable delivery options. That's something I have not think till this time, but right now it's like huge trend. um, I think that's all. Yeah, include the guest checkout option. That's really important. And about possible payment option, that's the same there, because they need to understand what they can do in the next step. The next step for the shopping cart is the checkout page. Yeah. What
Yes.
could be there? What could be there? Maybe there's some things. Yeah.
Right, Gustav. And this is, as you know, it's exciting page because it's money page. And every face up at this page, it makes a difference in your bank account. So this is something you need to be very, very transparent, clear, very simple. And here we have also some tricks, but you can review how it looks, how your checkout page looks, and what you could improve. So here, the main mistakes, what I see and what irritates, according to researchers or according to A/B testings, is complicated checkout. Another thing, what impact visitors to drop off is your is if you are a trusted partner, if your site is trusted, how you look, and also what information and when you are collecting. So these are critical parts what you need to review. And about complicated checkout, Gustav, from your experience, you know that there are single page checkouts and multi-page checkouts. What is best for you? How do you think which page converts better, and from your experience? Because again, just data can tell us what is better, what works better, not. Have you noticed difference or?
Yeah, I think I don't have enough data to tell that right now. But from my perspective, why I see the people are making multi-page checkouts, because they want to receive the data from the clients. So
Exactly.
that's why we are creating those multiple pages. But I think overall it doesn't work, because in the end of the day, you are a little bit lying to your client that you should go through several steps because it should be done like this, but in the real time, you just want to get their data, emails or something else. So I think if we are honest and we are open and we want to deliver the happiness, one page checkout is the way to go. One page buy, one page checkout. Everything which is one, that's something that works.
Very good point. And in my practice as well, I saw and very good one-page checkouts and very good multi-page checkouts, because everything was done according to the required structure. But again, you need to be sure that this one-page checkout is with clean forms, with just information what need to be filled in. And sometimes, if you're asking a lot of information, a checkout page, possibly it's better to think about multiple pages, because you can just separate this information and structure this information. But yes, you're totally right that this multi-page checkout is data-driven. So here you can catch or notice your conversion funnel, like or bottlenecks, right, where your visitors are dropping off. So, but the main rule here is it single or it is a multi-page checkout? Make sure your forms are very short. You are asking just information what you need. So it's name, it's delivery address, it's payment information, and nothing more. Because if you are asking about 50 lines to fill in, I don't know who can be so patient, because today people are really have seconds to complete the purchase. And if you have additional line, if you will do A/B testing, removing one line will help and will improve it. Your data will show, not me, your data. And if to talk about information, what need to be provided, make sure that at the first thing, you introduce with your visitor. You ask name, you ask email, you ask where he's living, and just the last step should be credit card information. Somewhere during trainings or in the book, I was reading an idea that you are not going to marry if you are not engaged, right? So why you need to provide credit card first, and later he's asking, okay, now let's introduce. What's your name? Correct. So I think this is very like a human thing, and sometimes I see that e-commerce stores are focused on credit cards. Just take it quick and leave it. So make sure that it's done. And it follows also to the next step, that if you have like very clean and transparent form checkout page, try to avoid these dark patterns or scammy designs or links to other web pages or advertisements. Here you don't need any distraction, because it's a very sensitive page, and every distraction might just impact buying decision of your visitor.
Yeah, that's really interesting to thought about it. Start with engaging and then marry. And I'm telling a little bit the same about the e-commerce or about the advertising. You don't marry on the first date, because when somebody's making ads or advertising, they think that they will sell everything with the one ad or with the one action, and that's not what's gonna happen. And if you want to make some uh, funnels, don't make them in the checkout page or in the shopping cart page. Make them out of there. And there may be, you mentioned about those form fields, and that wasn't something I was thinking before this, that that's something that really matters. So what's the best practices on those form fields to make them like perfect? Maybe you have already some ideas.
Yes, and it's very interesting topic, and this topic is so huge. It could look like what a form, what can be changed here, but if to be very detailed and go to the details and ask questions why, we could take an hour to talk just about forms. And if we can have an hour for mobile, an hour for desktop forms, because it differs. You know how mobile and desktop experience differs. But here I have some tips for you, and one tip is very important one, what can improve your conversion rate by 50%. So stay tuned, because it's really make difference. I know examples of e-commerce stores who made better conversion just because of changing this one thing. So first thing you need to pay attention at, it's your labels in the form. Remember, I mentioned that we need to have as simple form as possible, but if you have a form, make sure that you have clean and not confusing labels. Still, I see a lot of e-commerce stores who has form, and we have inline comments. You know that this label is in the line. So when you start typing, the information is disappearing, and I get myself lost. What I need to provide here? Sorry, it's email or it's telephone number need to be provided in this line. And it's very, very tricky thing, because once you will get error, you will not be able to track what's wrong, what I needed to add in this field, because no label visible. This inline comment just disappeared. So labels, first thing. Another thing is if your e-commerce store requests some sensitive data. For example, personal code. Make sure you explain why you need it, because it's also sensitive. And if I'm buying some shampoo and they ask identification number, I would really concerned what's happening, what are you going to do with this information, right? Also, users need to know bare minimum of fields what are mandatory. It's most irritating thing when you are filling 50 lines and understand that just 2 was mandatory. So again, I'm questioning what's happening, why you need this information, where will you use it, and I can drop off easily. Errors, if I receive errors, I want to know what exactly was wrong. So I propose in labels to provide information how you would like me to enter this information. If it is date, so what format? Even in Lithuania and Latvia, I know that date format is different. We are writing in different sequence. So even in Baltic states, we can get lost by entering date. If it is credit card information, so what how you want it to be provided. If it is address, again, how it needs to be provided. And with this explanation, you will reduce error number. Sometimes people are getting crazy about validating fields. From one side, it's very good, because you are reducing number of errors. It's especially important for delivery, for address, because you want to make sure that your visitor entered correct data. But don't start validating every field. Listen to your visitor. Follow where we are doing these mistakes, and validate line by line, not every line at once, because when visitor will need to check every line, we will get mad about it. And the last and not the least, what I mentioned is password masking. I believe you know about it, how it is irritating to create password blindly with letter uppercase, with lowercase, with special symbol, and you need to enter it again blindly. And it's most irritating part in e-commerce checkout experience. So the change what you could do, it's to remove this repeat password, confirm password line, and to add show password. So you see, you are removing one line, you are shortening form, and also you're solving 2 problems. You are showing what was entered, and you are making your visitor more confident about what just happened. So these are the main points what I'm telling, and I know that one shop increased their conversion rate Why dramatically? Just by this one change. Gustavs, I cannot hear you. I see you are smiling.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's really interesting. The small changes which you are telling that it can improve those things, and that's something why I think we talk right now today. Those all details, just go through them and see what could be upgraded there. There was some asking about some visual examples. This is not, we will not make it today, but maybe if we will have a lot of comments and questions, we will maybe make one more webinar with some examples with some more information, because this is like we want to see how much people are interested in those I would say difficult questions, because this is something I think maybe brands doesn't ma- like make a huge improvement in that side, because they think that there is problem in different side. But yeah, from those numbers, there's huge gap there too. I see that you are giving so much precise information, what should be done, how it should be changed. So how did you get there? Do you have some experience, or how did you get this information? How much A/B tests and things like that has been happening in your life, so you can get here and tell us about all those small details.
Yes, it's interesting journey and it was long journey, but once I had an e-commerce store, and I think it's already interesting fact, right? And I was one of many who was catched up by interesting YouTube tutorials, and especially the ones who said that you can earn million in 1 month by having e-commerce store. I was watching them. I was so excited. I thought that I discovered a golden pill for my future, and I watched a lot of such tutorials. I finished up to 50 or 100 trainings on popular learning system websites, and free and paid, all these things. And one day I decided that I'm ready to have my e-commerce store. And you know what happened? I created e-commerce store using my inspiration. I thought it's so beautiful, it's so clean. I like the products. I would buy the product. My kids would love these products as well. And at the end of the day, it was strange feeling that I was not receiving these millions, these promised millions, and not so quickly. And and even marketing did not help. And I'm a person who always asks why, because some scammy, dark websites are doing great conversion, like sales, and I'm not selling. What's happening? And I came to some very amazing books, what I read, and they was my eye openers. Also, I finished some trainings, conversion rate optimization on, I believe today, the best in the market. And what was my eye opener again, because these details, what I get, I understood what I have never ever heard about, and it was so useful. And at the same time, I was working in Shopify, and our one of the goals was to help our customers to optimize their e-commerce stores. Because you know that Shopify is the best with customer experience, with all the support, and it always cares about customers, about who has e-commerce shops on their platform. So this is why I really enjoyed working here, and I got also a lot of experience here. And here, the main learning, what I discovered, that you need to question why. And if you are creating your e-commerce store using just your inspiration, you will not win, because you need to use data, you need to do A/B testings, you need to track conversions, and you need to change your parts of website frequently. You need to check if product looks good, if it drops here or here. You need to use Google Analytics, to use this funnel to see at which part it's dropping, and all these things. So I did wrong from the beginning. I created it using my inspiration and not experimenting. And who are interested in conversion rate will know this golden rule, what need to be changed here.
Yeah, that's great. I think every great yeah. I had the same experience about making the millions with some products which I love, maybe some of my friends love, and I was thinking, yes, everyone needs that. And then after like 5 years, I understand. Right now, we are thinking with the team launch some new brands, and I see how we are developing the products and it's such a huge luck to get in the first one with the first one e-commerce brand, and I think that's yeah something I hope you will get with the first one. But from all this what Laura is sharing, you see that that's all testing, all finding the new ways, all working with the data. That's really important. Um, what are the perfect like future situation from your experience right now? You will see we will implement all those things what we have said today. We have tested a lot of things, and what improvement we will get, or what is the our this north star we are going after. Maybe you could share.
Yeah, so to sum up, if you will review these points what I mentioned, you improve like your transparency. You will start managing visitors' expectation. You will make visitors want to buy from your e-commerce store. But here again, we have one trick. If we would look back to history, how e-commerce stores evolved. So at the beginning, we had in 1990s, the websites was designed for designers. In 2000, websites was designed for search engines, and in 2010, it was for companies like a fame hall. Every company was building e-commerce stores, saying how beautiful I am, how strong I am, everything like this. But today we are changing, and always in COVID situation, and our mind change um, ask us to think about customer. We cannot create any more e-commerce shops for ourselves. It means if I'm coming to your e-commerce store and I see how beautiful you are, how expensive you are, how famous you are, I will ask, okay, respect, you're nice, but here is nothing for me. You're not solving my problems. Thank you. I see you later, and probably I will not come back. So customer-centric e-commerce stores are our future. And what you need to do, the main focus is you need to sell solutions to problems. You need to think what problems you are solving to the customer who is coming to your e-commerce store. Always think how I can help you, what problem I can solve you. And here again, another deep topic to talk about, how to find these problems and how to communicate them. We will not get deeper here, but pay attention that you need to be customer centric. And it's for e-commerce stores and from other business, whenever you work with products, with logistics, customer matters and solve their problems. So it's our future for sure.
Yeah, that's amazing. Like it's like a quote. Don't make a store for yourself, make it for the customers. I think that's a good quote because yeah, I had some webinars about trends in 2022 in e-commerce, and I was reading the data that there is like every day is growing new and new e-commerce businesses, and you are this market is getting more and more saturated. So you need to think about those problems. You need to talk with your clients, understand with your potential clients, understand why they buy, how they buy, what is good, what is bad. So like invest a lot of time on that, and that's really important from my side. I will give you like I like this quote: "Don't make a store for yourself, make for your clients." Um, You mentioned about those multiple shipping options in the previous, and in my biggest projects, I was using a one shipping option because we had some things that already have done this. But why should be there more than one? Maybe you can share some knowledge about that.
Uh, right, it's a great question and it's a very interesting topic. What I've discovered, this topic has two parts, I would say. One thing, as I mentioned before, you will have different visitors. We will want to choose the delivery provider themselves. What here is very important again, who is the biggest enemy while optimizing your store? Do you know? It's your ego and your BS. Because you think that you don't like this shipping provider or you don't like this or another, but it doesn't mean that your visitor will not like. And we are visitor from psychological side, visitors like humans like to make decisions themselves, and we feel good by selecting themselves and not being pushed to select what you offered for them, right? So make sure that you will have two types of visitors. One will want to select themselves, and others will be happy to receive just free shipping. It's a game changer as well. And also be sure that different shipping options are useful for your visitor because you don't know what we like. We are receiving a lot of daily requests to be added to the e-commerce shops because people trust us, and we're asking why we cannot find this delivery option. And e-commerce shops are getting back and integrating. Taking our integrations, what we have for Shopify, for PrestaShop, or WooCommerce, adding just because visitors or buyers are asking for this delivery option. So again, who is the biggest enemy while optimizing your e-commerce store?
Your ego. That's a really good saying because we like the same for me. I'm not reading the emails. Yeah, I have like 30,000 unread emails, but from e-commerce side, email still is doing a lot of sales, and I can't put my ego there and tell that doesn't work. No, it works. The number shows the other things, and that's really interesting. You mentioned that you have a lot of requires every day. So you feel from your side that the e-commerce is growing fast, yeah?
Absolutely, absolutely. And as you know, and from today and from tomorrow and after 1 year, just the e-commerce sector just will grow, and we are feeling it daily, really, and in numbers and in requests and in just we're excited about the future as everyone else.
Cool. That's so good feeling when you are working in a field which is growing really fast, and I feel the same, and I'm happy to see. So that's a good thing to happen. There's one thing you mentioned about delivery options. So you should have a different delivery options because, as we know, every delivery provider is making some advertising and they are selling, or they have some maybe those delivery options somewhere near, so they could choose that. But there is a different delivery options, not only the providers. Maybe we can go through those delivery options because from my side I haven't like I know that I have one this Venepack this how we call that box. Yeah, it's there, but maybe there's I know that there's sometimes Venepack is coming to my home, so the same for the others. So maybe let's go through all those options so we know that there is what are those options.
Yes. Um, I'm thinking how to structure this answer to make it clear and simple. So just think, we have delivery to home, so we call home delivery. So when you courier will deliver order to you, and we have out of home delivery. It means that we can leave your shipment in the place best for you. So it's locker or pickup point. And these two delivery options are main. But what is sad today, watching at e-commerce stores, what we are still not like using these out-of-home delivery options. Why? We still are proposing just home delivery. And why I'm saying that you should think and add other delivery options like lockers and pickup points, because it's sustainable delivery. Again, possibly for your visitor, it is better to collect shipment from the locker instead of sitting at home and waiting. And why you think that it's better for your buyer to have just the home delivery? Because it's better for you. But trust me, lots of buyers now. Myself, I always select lockers because I work in office daily and I really don't have time to wait at home for a courier. And this is gives me flexibility. On the way to home, I can collect my purchase, and it also delivered next day. So the other benefit for you as a business, just think about what does it mean delivery to lockers or pickup points is sustainable delivery. Today, what is our trend? Everyone is looking for better future, and people, buyers, want to be part of this better future. It means we want to be a part of community. So by adding different delivery options to your checkout page, you are becoming more attractive for your buyers, because you are following trends, you are responsible, you are looking to the future, and you're showing your values. So make sure that you notice it, review what you're offering, and understand that these different delivery options matters, and for your business and for your clients.
Yeah, that was great. I was receiving last package, I think the same I bought from, I think, Winnipeg, and that was really amazing when I had like Winnipeg courier called me, and I told, no, I will not be at home. Please leave like where you can leave it, and he offered me some of those boxes, and that was really cool because I was thinking when I was ordering, I was thinking I will be at home. When the delivery was happening, I wasn't at home and I could change that. So that's cool thing. That's a good thing for the Winnipeg that you can do that. We have some questions. Maybe let's go through them, and then we can make some small summary and then finish this one. Okay. Hi, from your experience, Instagram and FB integrated shops, how much influence they make on company online shop purchases?
Just good. Because again, here I was reading about trends, about selling trends for 2022, and we are getting multifunctional as people. We are searching Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, WhatsApp, and everywhere are buying possibilities. So you need to think and to discover your best niche, and don't be afraid to have multi-channel these sellings, because it's our future. You need to catch your client in every space. And this trend showed that e-commerce stores are evolving not just on the e-commerce stores, but on other channels as well. It was very interesting channel for me, because just few years ago, for me, these sales on these platforms looked scammy, but it's changing. Again, we need to understand that people are changing. Speed is getting, but again, think, try, and understand all the journey before making a decision, because no one can tell you what is the best for your business, because your product is unique, your clients are unique, your audience is unique. So there can be a lot of different
Yeah.
changes. So,
Yeah, as I telling, just test it, see what's happening there, and you will see how much you need to invest time there. Okay, we have one more question. What about order history? I assume most of the customers want to see their orders in one place. That's the only aspect why account would be useful. Um,
How do you think, Gustavs, from your experience?
From my experience, I'm not buying like I don't know, maybe Remy, yeah, where you buy the groceries and something else, maybe where you buy everything in one place. But people right now buy many things in many places, and I don't need any history there. Like I just come if you can give me what I am searching for. If you can give me the clear information, I will buy it. If not, I will go and go. Like the competition is huge right now. The e-commerce is like so much e-commerce is coming in. So why I need that history? I don't know from my perspective, but maybe yeah. What's your perspective on?
Uh, I see. I'm a heavy buyer. Let's be honest. I will not hide it, and I'm trying different platforms. But I have my favorite brands, and these favorite brands promise to me a return option, and it's very important for me. I'm coming back to this. And what is important for me that when I will come to this e-commerce store, I'm usually using apps because it's quicker for me. I don't have time for going to the malls or and everything. Just if I have 5 minutes, I'm just adding. I know experience. I know what it is, but the personalized experience it also helps a lot because if you want to do a next level, think about personalized experience. Like experience Flora, it already catch me because they are selecting the goods what they feel I'm looking for, and it really helps me to make this decision quicker. Oh, really? I need this, or I bought this, and they propose me. Would you? It's already half year past. Would you need this again? So this artificial intelligence and this personalized experience is our future as well. But it's again a different topic. But for me, having possibility to view order status, is it delivered or where it is, to get invoice what I bought, and to check after some time what price or what how much I spent. This is additional benefits what I see from my buying perspective, but everyone again will see it differently.
I had one client which has few clients which has spent like the tens of thousands euros in a closing, and I think that viewing that history maybe is not the best motivation for the
Good
next buy.
point. Or don't show to your husband or your wife.
Yeah,
This
that could work in a different way too. There is the next question. You see all this information in which stage, how many people drop it off via Google Analytics. Yeah, you can see in the Google Analytics. You just need to create a funnel there. This is enhanced e-commerce options. So just go through a few YouTube videos. You will understand how to do that. But that's important to see those stages and see where the people are dropping off. Lau, do you have any 5 minutes? There's questions we could go through.
let's try.
Yeah. Shipping is never free. It's in product cost. Do you think customers don't understand this, or it is not that they don't, but about the surprise that they suddenly see additional costs? Um, I can give one hint from my side. Um, I was calling once. I think it was a few months ago. We was testing why people are buying our products in one of the brands, and I was calling to the customer and I was asking why you didn't make a purchase, and he told me I saw something on Facebook. Yeah, it dropped off on it showed me on the Facebook. I was like, you saw the advertising or where you did so? No, no, it wasn't advertising. It was just a picture which was showing to me. So let's be honest, people don't know what the advertising is. They sometimes don't see the difference between advertising and posts or organic content. So I think from my perspective, there's still some people which not still some people, but that's something you you see as only option to make the free one. And yeah, I think that they don't understand this. I don't know if we can say that like this loud because that's a little bit maybe mean, but that's I think what's happening.
Look, there are two sides, right? From one side, once I'm buying, I understand if I'm receiving free shipping, it might be added a price on the top of the retail price of a product. It's obvious. But you are solving my problem because I don't need to think. I'm just adding, paying, and I again don't need to think forward about what to do next. It's free, it's good. Button, pay. But if a person is more specific and he wants himself to select it and to understand the price, probably he will look for a shipping what fits him. He will not be afraid to pay for it. The visitor will find you, don't worry. And even if they will understand, you just don't know what problem you can solve at that moment. And sometimes by adding the price to the product, you are solving problem that you just shortening the checkout process for the person. If we want, we will look for another solution. But here again, testing. Look what your audience loves, because one audience can love this same day delivery. The other audience and product will love 5-day delivery, like Amazon proposes. Again, very different audiences and no one correct answer.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, there is no correct answers. It's just going through all those. There are some questions which are the same about the same topic. So, which one question do you like the most? I think this one will get a gift from us. We will write you in the private how what you should share. So we will send it. I think you will love it because I'm using that product too, and that's worked really well.
You know what I liked most? I like when people receive something useful from the talk, from the discussion. They are taking their time, and the best expression for me was, "Oh, interesting! I didn't know password masking is irritating." So I didn't know irritating. So here we need to make sure that visitor understand, like our audience understood that password masking is not like, yes, it's irritating because you don't see what you are creating. So you need to do like show password and one line. So I think that this Aneta received the message, and she also provided a lot of interesting questions and insights as well. So I would go with it.
Great, Anita. So you will get the private message from us, and we will send you some presents. Overall, I see that there was some questions about the visual thing, and I really didn't like something was with the sound. I think there is. I feel that we could make some maybe if there will be a lot of likes and shares for this video, and somebody will like this and they will ask us to make one more video where we are going through the visual examples and going maybe a little bit deeper than in this one. We will be happy with Laura to make one more webinar because really see this experience, and I'm really happy to have those people with this experience in e-commerce with me. And one more hour with you, Laura, would be the great one. So please comment and drop some likes and share this video so people can we can go in one more live maybe with the Laura. So thank you for being there today. You provided so much value. I think there was so much people who were as we see Anna is telling that it's already something new for her. I think give the final words and let's finish this webinar one more time. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Gustavs, for having me here, and it was my pleasure. And who knows, possibly we'll see you again in some time. Good luck to all and everyone with testing and with experimenting. Don't trust your ego and your BS.
Your biggest enemy is your ego. Yeah, this is the biggest enemy. So good
Exactly.
luck with tests. Good luck with doing everything because that takes a time. That takes a little bit our patience and be patient, be focused, and you will achieve results. And yeah, thank you one more time, Laura. See you. I hope next time on the next webinar.
See you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.